Hey, it's Tom
And Mike.
from Take Time to Travel.
Paris is a remarkable city with lots of different cool and unique neighborhoods, filled with narrow streets lined with beautiful centuries-old buildings, world-renowned museums and churches, designer shops and boutiques, and of course, delicious restaurants and cafes.
One of our favorite neighborhoods in Paris is Montmartre, which is part of the 18th Arrondissement. It's perched high on top of a hill, where you can get some amazing views of the city. Check out the Sacré Coeur Basilica and explore the nearby picturesque square called Place du Tertre, where you'll find many artists, as well as patios, sidewalk cafes, and tasty restaurants.
And of course, we'll be showing you all of it. So, without further ado, let's make our way over to Montmartre and see what makes it so special. Just on the border of Montmartre, on the other side of Boulevard de Clichy, you'll find one of the neighborhood's famous attractions. Opened in 1889, the world-renowned Moulin Rouge Cabaret is home to the Can-Can and welcomes guests who can have a gourmet meal and catch a show. The neighborhood is located up on a hill, so you'll find lots of those. And of course, beautiful architecture, as well as tasty restaurants, cafes, bakeries, boulangeries, and patisseries.
And we're going to check out one now called B.O.U.L.M. You'll first enter into the bakery filled with delicious pastries, fresh baked loaves of bread, baguettes, and even some pizza. As hard as it is, we're going to pass by these tasty treats and follow the hostess right through the establishment into the back, where you'll find this lovely dining room, which features this beautiful vine-covered ceiling, as well as the main reason we're here, the upscale all-you-can-eat buffet. After we grabbed a seat, we went to check out the buffet, which had a variety of charcuterie, boiled eggs, as well as various rillettes and terrine spreads, some delicious looking beef tataki, some vegetable cake, tzatziki, tuna ceviche, some kind of sweet eclair pastry, creamy tiramisu, fresh fruit salad, and old-fashioned chocolate cream. Around the corner, there was also French toast with assorted toppings, as well as a pan full of custard and mouth-watering blueberry tarts and a raspberry tart. Beside the desserts, there was a seafood platter on ice and some cold side salad dishes with corn, tomato, and watermelon, deviled eggs, and gazpacho soup.
For my first plate, I got a little bit of everything, from some beef tataki and tuna ceviche to some fruit salad and this tasty looking eclair pastry. Tom got a deviled egg, the vegetable cake, as well as some charcuterie, a side salad, and some rillettes. As we were working on our delicious first plates, they came around with this coil of sausage, which we couldn't resist, so we each got a piece.
Next, we headed over to their hot plate section, which had these massive beef ribs, this delicious looking roast of pork loin, bread crusted sea bream, more of the sausage, a pot of Basque chicken stew, a large pan of lasagna, and some couscous with lamb. And then, over on the other side, there's more. There's a vegetable wok. Just behind it, some creamy polenta, as well as a pan of ratatouille and a bowl of fried green guindilla peppers.
I decided to get some beef ribs, lamb and couscous, and some wok vegetables. Tom got the bread-crusted sea bream with some creamy polenta and veg. After those plates, we went up to get our favorite part of the meal, the desserts. Tom got some creamy tiramisu, French toast, and a delicious mystery dessert. And I got some watermelon salad and some cheese. After that, Tom grabbed a bowl of soft serve ice cream. And I grabbed a slice of raspberry tart, a slice of blueberry tart, and some custard. We loved our Michelin recommended buffet lunch at B.O.U.L.M. Everything tasted excellent, and we thought it was reasonably priced at €32 per person, which included tax and tip.
After that delicious meal, it was time for us to burn off a few calories by strolling along the beautiful streets of Montmartre. What a gorgeous intersection. But let's keep going and make our way up these stairs on our way over to the Sacré Coeur Basilica. As we previously mentioned, Montmartre is up on a hill, so we had to walk up another few flights of stairs. Continuing on our journey, we passed by some beautiful apartments, and then, you guessed it, we had to walk up some more flights of stairs. At the top of the stairs, we saw the Montmartre water tower and this cute little train that takes people on a guided tour. What a fun way to see the neighborhood. As we got closer to the Sacré Coeur Basilica, the cobblestone streets really started to fill up with lots of tourists checking out the many restaurants, cafes, and souvenir shops.
After passing by the Reservoir de Montmartre, the incredible Sacré Coeur Basilica came into view. What an extraordinary sight! Construction of the church began in 1875 and continued for 40 years under 5 different architects and was finally completed in 1914. But let's keep going and check out the phenomenal view from just in front of the basilica. What a breathtaking perspective overlooking Paris. The view makes climbing up all those stairs worth it. After we took a quick video with this amazing backdrop, we sat down for a moment to relax and enjoy the weather as well as this incredible scenery. Then we followed the crowds up some more stairs so that we could make our way inside to take a look around the Sacré Coeur Basilica.
Before heading in, we took a quick video together. Then we entered into the grand central section of the spectacular stone basilica, which features an over 80-meter tall central cupola and the Christ in Majesty mosaic behind the altar. You can also climb the 300 steps of the dome of the basilica for some stunning views, which we did on our last visit to Paris, but we were too tired this time.
So instead, we strolled leisurely past a 12th century church called the Parish of St. Peter of Montmartre, which is located right beside Sacré Coeur, and made our way over to explore the picturesque streets surrounding the basilica, which are lined with many quaint little stores, boutiques, and lots of souvenir shops, as well as vendors selling prints and artwork. So of course, Tom had to get a few prints as mementos for our trip, which were only €1 each.
But let's keep going past the lovely patios and check out some more of the lovely Montmartre neighborhood. Not far from the Sacré Coeur, you'll find this gorgeous area which has attracted many famous artists and poets over the years, including Picasso and Renoir. This vibrant and bustling square is called Place du Tertre, which was originally opened to the public in 1635 and is now lined with busy restaurants, cafes, and patios.
Surrounding the middle of the square, you'll also find lots of vendors selling some original artwork, as well as some prints of mostly Parisian street scenes from these pretty little sidewalk display stands. As we continued walking around the square, we came across this cool love wall mural. And just across from that, we found lots of artists who were busy creating portraits for their happy customers. Look how many artists there were working away at their easels, set up all the way down the street.
When you round the corner, you'll find even more artwork on display. Then, in the middle of the square, there's also these bustling restaurants serving hungry customers underneath the large canopies. What a picturesque square, filled with artists, greenery, restaurants, and surrounded by gorgeous architecture and buildings. No wonder it attracts so many tourists and is one of Paris's most popular squares. But let's keep going and make our way around the corner to explore some more of the lovely Montmartre neighborhood. And then we'll try one of Montmartre's best restaurants for dinner. We wandered out of Place du Tertre and over onto Rue Norvin, which is another pretty little narrow walking street to stroll down.
As we meandered through the neighborhood, we passed by more quaint Parisian restaurants and cafes, as well as art shops and galleries, like this unique-looking Galerie d'Art Céramique. A little further along, we even saw this cool windmill, which now houses a restaurant called Le Moulin de la Galette. What a beautiful neighborhood! But let's head back to our apartment so that we can get changed for dinner. If you want to see a tour of the flat, check out our Paris apartment tour video, which we'll link in the description section down below. After we changed, we took an Uber over to one of Montmartre's best restaurants called Luggage, which was awarded a Michelin star. Let's head inside and give it a try.
After checking in with the host, we followed him through the restaurant and over to their lovely terrace, which is surrounded by greenery and covered by this large awning. We made an early reservation to make sure that we got a seat on their private terrace, which even has some stylish lounge seating at the far end. To begin our meal, we were served these foamy puree shooters to clear our palate. Then they brought out a lovely assortment of hors d'oeuvres, consisting of 3 different types of appetizers for each of us, which were all presented beautifully and tasted great.
Next, we ordered a couple of rum and cokes, which were both very generous with the rum. After that, they brought around this bread basket, where you could choose these cute little mini baguettes or a sourdough bun, like Tom did.
Then, when we had finished those starters, it was time for the amuse-bouche, which was octopus braised with smoked paprika, coconut, sweet red pepper, and lime. For the next course, we both chose the langoustine, which was beautifully presented and consisted of a hazelnut tartlet, langoustine tartare with blueberries and peppery black currant. This course was probably our favorite and tasted absolutely incredible.
For the main course, I chose the thornback ray wing with saffron, sour fennel, and brown butter sabayon, which came with a couple of side dishes. The fried potatoes with some greens, as well as this other tasty looking morsel. Tom was adventurous and ordered the roasted pigeon, which was plated wonderfully with a variety of colorful sauces and came with this cute little bao bun with a miniature drum leg, as well as a side bowl of zucchini cubes. By the time we had finished our main courses, the terrace had started to fill up. Then it was time for dessert. I ordered the poached peach, which came with jasmine flowers, sweet almond foam, as well as this caramelized millefeuille and frozen iced tea. Tom decided to get the appetizingly presented raspberry blancmange with passion fruit custard and spiced red fruit sorbet. Both of our desserts tasted exceptional, but we really loved the presentation on Tom's dessert. And sorbet on a hot summer Parisian day always hits the spot nicely. To finish, they brought out some bites of lemon cheesecake, strawberry jellies, and passion fruit chocolate. Overall, we really enjoyed our multi-course esquisse meal at L'Arcane. But it certainly wasn't cheap at €95 per person, including tax and tip. But it's a great place to treat yourself once in a while for a special occasion.
We really enjoyed exploring the streets of Montmartre, from strolling along the incredibly picturesque square of Place du Tertre, checking out the Sacré Coeur Basilica, and eating lots of delicious food. There are so many things to see and do in Montmartre, and hopefully we gave you some good ideas on what to do when you visit Paris. If we did, or if you liked this video, we'd really appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications on our future videos. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and it helps our channel to grow.
And remember, take time to travel. Catch you on the next one.